Hello there, internets. This is Kyle coming to you once again on the My Business Launch YouTube Secrets channel to talk about my journey from zero to $1 million and starting a new online business, doing it from on a part-time basis because I still have a day job, still have a family to take care of, pay the bills, etc. And we are on day 72, I think. So today let's talk a little bit about what I haven't been doing that I should be, but also real estate investing specifically, and how I think that might tie in with some of, my general thought processes at this point. Also, if you're joining for the first time, I do not edit this and do not have any agenda really. It's more stream of consciousness, and apologize if there's long pauses and various crutch words, because I'm not trying that hard, to be honest, because the point of these videos is more for me to have some accountability to myself and being sure that I'm making a little progress every day towards reaching my goals. And I do it publicly via the YouTubes, because I know that if I didn't do that at least, then I probably just wouldn't do them at all, and then I wouldn't make any progress. So with that being said, this is the end of the week now. I did miss a video yesterday because, frankly, after the kids went to bed, I just totally crashed and slept for quite a long time last night, which was amazing. Woke up feeling much better than I have in recent days, given a lack of sleep overall. Such is the life if number one, you have two young kids, and number two, you got a full-time job, and number three, you're trying to start a new business on the side of all that. So, not enough hours in the day. So, anyway, today I did take a look go back into my ClickFunnels account to see where I'm at with the funnel, and just kind of checking some things out. Still running into, I don't know, really stupid bugs, problems, whatever, within ClickFunnels 2.0 that I just don't understand why they haven't fixed that. Like, you can't delete contacts. And when I'm testing my funnels, or my funnel, just one really, actually I have more than one, but when I'm testing them, I just put in dummy email addresses and dummy info because I just want to walk through the process. Well, so that ends up recording. ClickFunnels records all that information and then populates it as one of your contacts. And it's like, I don't need to keep that contact because it's pointless. So, but for some reason, I can't. There's no option to just delete it, or there's one thing that says remove your contact. And try to do that, pops me an error. Can't do it. Won't let me do it. So I had to send yet another email to the customer support. Of course, the guy gets back to me pretty quick, just saying that, oh, thank you for your concern, and this isn't something I can help you with, so I'm going to have to elevate it to our senior whatever development team or something for them to go look at. So probably means I'm not going to get a real answer for a week or something, but whatever. I guess it's okay. I was wondering about whether or not I even structured the thing right. The funnel that I have for my membership, which again is a paid membership for a monthly newsletter, print newsletter. Although I do want to have a membership site set up, which again you should be able to do in ClickFunnels 2.0, because I would like to have that as the repository for the electronic copies of the newsletter, as well as eventually I want to create some, online course material and whatnot, which again you should be able to access within ClickFunnels 2.0. But what I'm not sure of is I have this order form so I can, have a way for people to get an order in, but then I don't know if that means from there, I don't know what I have to do exactly to then trigger ClickFunnels to create a user account for them. Yeah, I don't know. Because I think like I already, any site you create now in ClickFunnels 2.0, I think it automatically has like a member site associated with it. But again, it's just not clear at all, like exactly how you get people connected and linked in as members. Anyway, just frustrations there of, a lot of hype around this whole capability, and seems to be sorely lacking in many respects. And I was checking there's a site for people to submit like feature requests, and I was just I have submitted a couple of things as suggestions in there, again based on my experience. And so whenever customer service comes back to me, or support comes back to me and says, oh yeah, that thing you're asking about, you just can't do that, so maybe you should add it as a feature request. I was like, ugh. So anyway, I was checking that site today, and yeah, there's like so many things where people are just, main complaint is like, hey, I can already do this in ClickFunnels 1.0, so I don't understand why I can't do the same thing in ClickFunnels 2.0, because if you're saying this is a 2.0 product, it should basically have everything you can do in the 1.0, like maybe plus some more things, or maybe it's easier or faster or whatever than 1.0, but you should still have the same capabilities more or less. But that's definitely not the case, so whatever. Yeah, so anyway, I saw some updates to do on that funnel, because I want to be sure it's working before I start pushing out a bunch of social media content and start the podcast up and all that jazz. But let's talk about real estate investing. I kind of got off on a tangent this evening, and yes, frankly, I probably should have been working on my funnel, but started thinking about real estate because, I don't know, some video I was watching or something. So I did like purchase a rental property last year and did pretty well with it, even in the craziness of the real estate market over the past few years. Still found a good deal by chance almost, and it worked out pretty well. And so I am continuously kind of considering what's my next step in that regard, and to include potentially just selling it off and at a pretty big profit, and just pocket the cash, or pay off bills or things of that sort. But today I was thinking more so like, well, maybe again from a long-term planning perspective, that's not the best option really. It's always good to hold on to real estate, especially if the cash flow on it's pretty good, because that's just generating you cash every month, plus you're getting appreciation over the long haul. So it's a good asset to have, in your portfolio, I guess, which I don't have really an investment portfolio. I just have this one real estate thing and a 401k, obviously, just in generic index funds. But yeah, so I guess I was considering, well, should I think about like selling it, and you can do a tax-free rollover into buying a new property. And so I have enough equity that I could buy like a bigger property, a larger property than what I have right now. That's one option. Another option is to refinance it, pull out some of the cash from the equity that's built in there, use that cash to just buy another property, which would probably be just something comparable in size, if not maybe smaller. Like I have a 4-unit building now, and with the cash I could get out, maybe I could buy a duplex or maybe a 4-plex potentially. And so you could do that. So I, again, still hold on to my existing property and buy another one. But anyway, as I was kind of evaluating all these different options and doing all my in-depth detailed analyses to look at cash flows on all different deals that are out there right now, and whatnot, it's kind of like in all the cases, for things that are attainable for me in terms of me not having to like go out and bum a bunch of money off family and friends or whatever, but things that I could conceivably pull together enough cash to do on my own. Like at the end of the day, ignoring all the headaches and difficulties of buying property and dealing with unknown tenant situations and whatever, just hassles of taking over a property from a landlord that probably has not been well maintaining it. That's why they're willing to sell it. And so you're kind of walking into a big, some unknowns. Obviously you can do some due diligence on the front end, but either you're going to have known problems that you're going to be dealing with, or you'll step into it and find some things that you didn't know about until you purchased it. So let's just ignore all those headaches. Let's just say it's a perfect deal. Walk into it, just take over leases. Tenants are great, whatever. So, at the rents that I think these properties would be getting, the cash flows just aren't significant. I mean, at least not in the grand scheme of things. I mean, we're talking about like maybe if I could get another property, then maybe that would generate me, after all expenses and all that, maybe an extra $1,000 a month or whatever. Which, again, I'm sure to some people that would sound like amazing to be able to do. But for me and for where I'm at, that's just not, $1,000 a month, so $12,000 a year. And sure, you get some tax benefits and all that, but $12,000 a year, that's not a pathway for me to be able to like quit my job off of an extra $12,000 of income a year. It's like for me to quit my job just doing real estate, I would need like 100 deals or something, or properties. I mean, probably not that many, but like a significant number of properties, which again, that would then require me to do the whole thing of actually going out and finding partners that actually have the cash to invest, and then I become like the manager of the deal and to get some equity in the deal or whatever. Which again, that's the road a lot of people take, and some people do have success in doing that, because obviously there are people out there that have more money than they know what to do with, and real estate is a good investment vehicle. So if they can find somebody who they trust to basically manage their funds in real estate deals, then that's good for them. And again, good for the guy that's needing the money, and if he's going to do all the legwork, et cetera, et cetera. That could be very good. But that, again, that's just not, I'm not in a position to really push down that road very hard at this point. And so acknowledging that, with my own limited cash reserves, in a sense, I would only be able to do so many deals, a limited number of deals, which would ultimately give me a limited amount of cash flow each month. And that's still not going to help get me closer to my goal of being able to quit my job and do my own thing full time. And so it really comes back to, again, why I'm doing the online business thing and trying to get that going, because again, I'm starting this $47 a month newsletter. So if I got 20 people to sign up for that newsletter, then that would be roughly $1,000 a month from all I'm having to do is write a newsletter every month, not buy a property, deal with tenants, deal with repairs. Landlording is not, at least on the front end, it's not easy. I mean, I think if you're smart about what you do and you have the right updates in your property, be sure you take care of maintenance issues, and you be sure you get good tenants, then yeah, I mean, like right now with the property I have, it's not a huge time sink for me personally. Aside from like earlier this week when I get a text from a tenant showing me that they've got water leaking down the light in their kitchen. But, whatever. Thanks for letting me know, and I'll, call the roofer, get a roofer out there, coordinate that, blah, blah, blah. But it's not a huge thing. So, but again, compared to, can I just convince at least 20 people to pay me $47 a month for a newsletter with, advice that I have for their needs, right? Like, I think that is a much easier path if again, all I wanted was $1,000 a month. But then from there, obviously the sky's the limit. If I can convince 20 people to give me $47 a month, then why couldn't I get 100 people to give me $47 a month? And so it's like almost $5,000 a month revenue. And if I can convince 100 people, then why not 500 people? Why not 1,000 people? And, then you start talking about pretty serious income coming in. So I guess I'm just explaining all this to convince myself that I should still focus the limited excess time and energy that I have still on this online business. I need to get this rolling. I don't need to distract myself by trying to go after another real estate deal, because even if I could make that work, it would suck up, easily 6 months of my time. Any free time. It would probably take me 6 months before I would get to a point where everything was like kind of steady state, right? And, leveled out in terms of the amount of my time investment on that. But again, even at that point, 6 months down the road, what do I got? I got an extra $1,000 coming in. I'm sure I have a real estate, I have an asset. So, that's not nothing, but on the cash flow, on the monthly cash flow basis, it's only bringing in, say, an extra $1,000. Versus if I, again, stay focused with what I'm doing in 6 months, again, is it unreasonable that I could, again, find 20 people willing to pay me $47 a month for a newsletter that would have a lot of valuable information for them? I think that is a reasonable path and something I can accomplish. You're saying, well, how are you going to get to $1 million if you only got 20 people buying a $47 a month newsletter? And yeah, you're right. That's not going to give me $2 million, but it's a starting point. And again, I'm just trying to make the comparison to what you can get by doing another real estate deal. So that's all I have for today. Hope you're doing well. We're in your neck of the woods. Yeah. Keep on kicking ass, taking names, and I'll see you next time. Peace.